I normally am against decent black people going on Fox News because they can rarely get their point across, either because whichever host that is interviewing them throws out a bunch of misinformation or tries to overtalk them. This is one particular interview that didn't happen, and the guest, Malik Shabazz, is an attorney, so he has some experience in debating, which is absolutely what you need when you go on Fox. Megyn Kelly has him on and decides to debate him about his views and a couple of other things, and he does not allow her to over talk him. He stays on point, which is a basic skill that an attorney has. I'm going to play the clip now, and then you decide how he came off, and again how she came off.
Well, my next guest says he doubts we'll make it through this convention in Cleveland without violence in the streets. He also says he understands why the gunman who killed the police officers in Dallas is being described as, quote, a hero by some folks. Malik Shabazz is president of Black Lawyers for Justice and former president of the New Black Panthers group. Thank you, Malik, for being here.
You're welcome.
What do you mean by that? You can understand how some people are hailing this cop killer as a hero.
I don't know if I said that, but what I can...
You did. You said it to our Fox News reporter, Mike Tobin, yesterday, because the people in the audience behind you were chanting hero, hero about him.
Excuse me, I did not say that.
And you said I can understand that.
I did not say that, but I can tell you that the pain...
We can run the tape.
Let's talk about the pain and the suffering of black people who are killed by police officers on a regular basis without due process, serving as judge, jury, and executioner on a regular basis. Our blood is being spilled in the streets, the blood of Alton Sterling, the blood of Philando Castile. Let's take us back to Mike Brown, Darius
Michael
Robinson.
Brown was the aggressor on the police officer.
No, it was not.
Yes, he was.
That was your version.
No, it wasn't. It was Eric Holder's Department of Justice.
Department of Justice has failed us as well. Our blood is in...
What facts do you have that Michael... No, it's the interview, so we're going to have it back and forth.
Okay, our blood is in the streets.
What facts do you have that Michael Brown was not the aggressor, that Officer Darren Wilson was the aggressor?
Because I've lived in St. Louis and I've talked to some of the witnesses, and I know that in America, unless you have a videotape, then the word of the officers prevails.
Do you understand that at least 5 black witnesses came forward in that case to say that Michael Brown was the aggressor on Officer
Michael Brown was unarmed, and Michael Brown was...
He was unarmed until he tried to steal the cop's gun.
And your attitude is part of the problem.
All right, see, and he's making a good argument. Well, he should have pushed further and said, are you talking about the conversation that took, the encounter that took place at the police officer's car, or are you talking about him being unarmed at the point where he had run away and, quote unquote, supposedly turned around and charged the officer when he was absolutely unarmed, which is the reason why the officer was able to shoot him? That's an argument you could have made.
Attitude of
I have no attitude other than
no. That basic position of what we call white supremacy, white privilege, is what is believing that an unarmed black man, all of us unarmed, being killed by armed police officers, somehow it's our fault. But we don't see white males in America that are unarmed. But tell me, ask you
for the record, I'm not a white supremacist.
No, that's a position.
Yeah, okay.
The position that you believe that your lives are better than ours.
Well, I believe that you are the one who has made the racially insensitive statements.
No, man. It's a
time and time again.
It's a racially insensitive country.
That's why it's hard to take you seriously when you try to speak out about police and issues of race.
Take me very seriously as these police departments are choking out black men, such as Darius Robinson in Oklahoma, choking the life out of us. We can't even make it to trial and get a decent trial with due process without the police of America killing us outright. And that's why everybody is upset.
Why can't we agree that there are some cop shootings that are bad, and there, of course, are some cops that are racist?
Okay.
Right? We agree, right? Of course.
that day.
But by the same token, some of these shootings are okay.
Which one? Which shooting is okay?
To the extent, listen, and what I mean by okay is within the confines of policy and the law. In other words, the defendant was attacking the cop, as we saw in the Michael Brown case.
No,
Not
I
all
don't agree
of
with
these
that.
are
I don't
racist
agree with
cops.
that. I don't agree with that. But
So there's no reasoning with you.
No, it's
Can't you understand that the cops feel like targets now just for doing their
I'm not
jobs?
going to blame Mike Brown for that. The police departments in America have no one has constrained them. No one has brought them under control. This type of attitude.
President Obama's DOJ has 26 investigations into them. He is bringing them into.
No, he has not. The Department of Justice has failed us. The prosecutors in America, such as St. Louis County, have failed us. And this campaign here is creating an atmosphere where more police brutality is expected in America.
Police brutality.
More police brutality is expected due to this type of campaign, which promotes racism and division, is going to create more police who desire to kill us.
Do you believe that white people are inherently evil?
I believe that the actions that they show through using excessive force, through violating the Constitution, through killing us, show that our lives.
Do you use the term cracker?
No, excuse me.
To refer to white people?
You want to disrupt, you want to deviate.
I want the audience to know what you stand for.
I want to tell you what I stand for.
Do you use the term cracker to refer to
You're going to let me talk? Because we can have
Well, will you answer?
interview it.
Go ahead and answer.
Okay, but your first question was, do I believe you are inherently evil? I believe that your policies and your actions are evil, and they result in us being killed when in same circumstance,
I got that.
white males
What about
are not
cracker?
being
Do you refer
killed.
to white people as cracker?
Do I refer to white people as cracker?
Yeah.
I have in my anger, as many people in their anger have referred
Really?
to others as derogatory names.
No, I don't think that's a common term.
Okay?
Did you say that we should kill every G-damn Zionist in Israel?
No, I never said.
Never said that? That their G-damn little babies and old ladies should be
When you
blown
don't
up?
leave the script and acknowledge the death of Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, Mike
Freddie
Brown,
Gray, 4 acquittals in that case.
Darius,
4 acquitals of those officers.
bad prosecution,
Bad prosecution.
Darius Stewart,
African-American
Darius
judge,
Robinson,
African-American prosecutor.
Eric Garner, Alton Sterling,
I'm not going to argue
Philando
all this.
Castillo.
I'm granting that there were some bad police shootings.
No, but worse than bad police shootings, it's a bad system, and the country is going totally in the wrong direction. And until we get justice, it's not going to be no peace. And until the court system works, it can't be no peace. And until we get reparations and compensation for all the blood that you're spilling of our blood, then Miss Kelly, it cannot be
the
peace.
white people of
It
America.
cannot be peace. Well, the white power structure, and you're a part of that.
Oh.
You're an important voice.
Okay.
If you would speak up, if you would stop being so hostile to our position,
I'm not hostile to
you
anybody.
recognize that Black Lives Matter.
We have a lot of folks from
You
Black Lives Matter in the program,
recognize
but they
you
don't
say Black Lives
always
Matter.
take antagonistic positions when it comes to white people as a group.
Do you
Malik,
believe,
I gotta go because I have my next
Black
guest.
Lives Matter?
I gotta go because I have my next guest on. Thank you for being here.
All right, so I think that went fairly well because he wasn't going to let her get away with moving him off of his subject matter. 2 things. There's no way that she was even going to mention the word reparations. And the second thing that she was not going to mention was Black Lives Matter. So I think he did pretty well given that this is Fox.